Hey guys, what you doing? I am playing, or about to play, DeathTrap Dungeon. This was a horror game, kind of puzzle. It was kind of like a puzzle game, puzzle horror game, action game for the PlayStation 1 by Eidos Interactive, who got bought out fairly recently by a company called Square Enix. I've not played this game in depth, and the last time I played it was a long time ago. So we can play as this guy who's probably a musclehead, probably going to hit things with this thing in my hand made of metal. We can be the sultry woman who definitely needs to be played. But I'm going to be this guy. I don't know what his name is. I didn't hear what this is. A lot of the kind of had a Mortal Kombat sound. A lot of the sound, I guess you got at a PlayStation, especially with voice, was kind of like, usually it's pretty choppy. It's pretty bad. Resident Evil was one that you pretty well, like that wasn't too bad, but like there were lines in there, to me at least, that the very first time were unintelligible. I had to go back and be like, what the heck? I should have read that. I'm sorry. So here we are. That's us, and we have 100 health. Alright, let's get acclimated. So, hold on, let's hit the... Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so what that was that you just saw me do is hit that button. For those of you, this actually sounds really funny to me. Because I'm explaining something that to me, everybody would know at this point. If you're, my age, or if you're older, or, PlayStation was there, in the middle of your life. Like we were when the PlayStation was out and we were playing with it. I was a teenager, for the most part playing this, and so basically what it was is that the controllers had thumbsticks. But the thumbsticks didn't work unless you had the analog button at the bottom, and you had to turn that on for the thumbsticks to work. Now thumbsticks are always what you go to, very rarely to use the D-pad. So this is using the D-pad, and it uses tank controls, which means that right and left make my character do this, and then forward does that. So I literally have this is tank controls, but that's okay. Tank controls was pretty common back then. Luckily, I can deal with them. I've played a lot of games with tank controls, so it doesn't bother me all that much. Hold on one second. I'm going to turn this volume here down a smidge. You're not getting a lot of feedback. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so I know it seems weird. That to me it sounds weird, but there are people now that I'm listening to, like, all right, what I'm trying to get. So there's our first trap. Every door closed. Never imagined that would happen. So trap one's pretty slow. It's fire, and I just have to be mindful of the pattern, right? I don't think these are random. I don't believe they're randomly generated, but they could be. I can't remember. I think it's always the same thing. All right. To me, it's kind of an eye-opening experience to say that I'm explaining this kind of stuff to people, because, like I said, to me, this is stuff that I grew up in the SNES time, and did I do it? Alright, hold on. Okay. I don't know what this pose is. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Let's, we can't. Okay, well then. Jump is that. That's usually use an item. I have no money, and I have a sword. That's fine. Okay. So that button does nothing. Wait. No? Those buttons don't do anything. That button shows me a close-up. Okay, that button makes me do that pose, that's jump again. And that, what the heck was that? Alright, I don't get it, but whatever. Alright. Here we go. Hold on, wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. I guess I hit the thing. So I guess square was still used. Oh, this is definitely going to get trapped. Because the floor is a different color. There we go. So there's a lot of things you start to learn to look for when you play older games. Like when you play new games, everything's done. Oh, look at that. I got nothing. In new games, you don't have any of this stuff. The graphics are all really well done. The story's really well done. But in the old games, you had to look for things like discolored platforms and stuff. Orc troopers and evil imps defend the fortified entrance to the dungeon proper. You must defeat these fanatic guards and find a way to negotiate the platforms and blocks of moving stone that impede your progress. A barred cage houses the lever that opens the exit to the gatehouse. You must solve the puzzle that lifts the cage to penetrate the lower levels of the dungeon. So what's my motivation in this? There's no hero I'm saving. Find the levels. Okay. Yeah, okay, so square is. I guess I hit. Okay. I'll, Oh, God, no. I didn't know they were going to be doing that. So now I can just... Okay, that was a little easier than I expected it to be. This is where tank controls really get kind of unwieldy because... Look at that guy over there on the far left. Okay. So we're going to go poke him. Uh-oh. I'm trying to ease around so he doesn't get the jump on me. He got the jump on me anyway. Okay, there we go. Alright, I got the silver key. But you can see that that's just one of several keys, I guess, that I'm going to have. So let's see if silver key lets me in here. I don't think the silver key did that, but at least I can come in here. What the heck is that? Well, it's not good, whatever it is. Oh, but it also... Alright. I don't know what that was. So these games, like I said, you had things you had to look out for, like those discolored floor squares. And what I was getting at before, or trying to get at, was the fact that I feel that it's funny, and I've said this before, that it makes me feel older having to explain this kind of stuff, because this was like new and cutting edge stuff. We didn't have 3D stuff when I was growing up. It was all 2D. You had the what we called the old Nintendo NES or SNES, which was the Super Nintendo, and everything's 2D essentially. So this came out, and I remember my grandmother picked one of these up. All right, here's is this one? Oh, I'm gone. That was a poor choice. Well, glad I did that. So the whole purpose of that was just to hurt me. Alright. Okay. Anyway, my grandmother picks one of these up. And, this was like really... Okay, I don't think this is probably going to kill me, but I'm going to do it anyway. It did not, so that was a good lever. You son of a gun. Anyway, my grandmother picks one of these up, and when we go over to her house, we got to play this demo disc that I think we had gotten at a Pizza Hut. She took us to a Pizza Hut once, and back in the day, you go to like Pizza Hut, or you go to like Taco Bell, and you get a video game from them. You would get like a demo disc for the PlayStation, or you'd get like a floppy disk. Taco Bell gave out floppy disks, which I have all of those, but they gave out these floppy disks that had games on them. And then Pizza Hut, I think, gave out just Pizza Hut demo discs, which is essentially Sony PlayStation discs already. Come on. There we go. And I believe we got one of those, and it had, I think, Spider-Man, Enter Electro, which was the second one. Okay, so that skeleton's telling me what door I came in, because he's only at that entrance. So let's come over here. So we played the heck out of that. We eventually rented it, Enter Electro, and I beat it. No, I didn't. I got to the very... So here we go again with different floor textures. I feel that pulling this lever will kill me. It did not. Oh, wait, it may. Okay, I thought it was. I was like, oh, it's gonna run me right into the ceiling. Freaking Smurfs. Nope, get up. There we go. Decapitated 2 of them. So anyway, so I got to the vent. I think is where I ended up getting where you climb into the vent. Anyway, point being, that used to be what you could do and how you did things. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would like to save my game. Okay, cool. And that was just kind of how things were back then. And I'll be honest with you, I liked it better back then because game rentals, to me, I mean, we're all in the digital age, but game rentals were just, I don't know, it was just cool. It was just cool to be able to go and rent games. You know, go get a disc from your local store, try it out, see if you enjoy it or not, you know. Okay, that resets lifts. So let me get on this one. Okay, there it goes. I got a feeling one of these is just gonna flat crush me. Pun intended. Okay, so when you have tank controls, game developers, I do not believe it to be a good idea to put platforming in the game. Okay, so I can't do that. Maybe I'm supposed to... Maybe it wasn't meant to be platforming. Maybe it was... Wait, is this a platform? Okay. Okay. Hold on, wait a minute. I got this. Good. Let's go by the arrow. You know, it was kind of just a simpler time. It was, you know, you could go and rent video games from your stores, different stores. I remember you could go do it from, like, you could rent good games from any store. I rented Felix the Cat from a grocery store at one point, I think it was. Hold on, wait a minute. Kill these guys. I don't even know I'm here. They're not paying attention. And since they weren't, I got sneak attack advantage. Yeah, I rented games from a grocery store, though. Kill the orc to call the lift. Okay. Alright, wait a minute. Okay. What orc? I did okay. I have 1 health. Congratulations, me. Alright, so... Wait, did I activate the lift, or did I just... It said kill the orc to deactivate the lift. I'm not gonna survive, I don't think, much longer. Let me see. But yeah, I went to a grocery store, but long story short, basically simpler time. Video games were accessible in different ways, and I don't know. People are like, oh, well, you would give up Call of Duty or whatever. Oh, no, I'm dead. I knew that was gonna happen. So then I will load my game. And now that I've learned things, I still think I only have like 38 health. So I'm probably not going to do not much better. Orc troopers and evil imps defend the fortified. Okay, so that's the same thing we read from before. But anyway, basically, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I would give up Call of Duty, and I would give up all these other fancy games. Yeah, I lit 38 health. I would give up all these other fancy games just to basically have a solid, I don't know, stuff from this time. Granted, this does not control as well as, this does not control near as well, I should say, as any of the games from nowadays. So this wouldn't maybe be the best example, but yeah, I I would trade, for the most part, I would trade, like, Super Mario World. That game controls fine. That game controls real well. So, you know, the way I've looked at it is, I would happily trade games. And I think it's become apparent that people like those games too, because you have the game Cuphead coming out. So, I think people, and it's this retro style. Retro style, like, shooter platformer, bullet hell platformer, I think is what you'd call it. Alright, got them both. Those are, oh, I didn't get them both. There we go. I just cleaved his face in twain. Alright, so, how do I get down there without it hurt? Oh, maybe. Hold on. Is this lever for the lift or no? Everything's kind of beveled down to get me to fall there. If I pull that, what happens? Oh, that's much easier. I could just drop dynamite on his head with a random lever. How do you like that? I lost 17 points of health. Yeah. I lost 17 points of health because I didn't think to go all the way around and pull the lever. I jumped down and killed him the old-fashioned way. Well, forgive me for being... And right as I'm talking about how I like the old-fashioned way, I find out that this newfangled lever that I'm pulling is more effective than the old-fashioned way. What does that mean? Absolutely nothing. This is a video game. What I was talking about was real life. It was real to me. Oh, no. Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, that green stuff's their blood. I was worried that was acid. Okay. This is... Oh. Did none of those hit me? None of those hit me. Alright. I'm going to get the health potion. I'm going to go this way. Forget you guys. You mean a health potion? Wait. What is that going to make happen? Did this wall recede? Or rescend? Okay, clearly I was supposed to be standing on the right and was not. Hold on. This is a different color. Is this a lift? No, it's not. Okay. That was luck. That was pure, unadulterated luck. Because that should not have happened. I was standing clearly on the wrong side, and it just so happened that either the hit detection was terrible on those fireballs or I don't know. Whatever the case was, I lived. Okay, so none of these seem to be doing... Wait. Are these opening? Because that wall's a different color. Like, see that wall right there is a different color? So is that supposed to be light? No, I've closed myself off. Okay. So... Hold on. Ah, no, okay, I see. That was where I hit... Okay, hold on, wait. So that is now a wall where I just was. Where that door was. And I've closed whatever this is over here on the left. So I need to hit this lever again. And now this should have... Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. Did I not... Okay, hold... Okay. So, maybe I gotta go back... Okay, I'm leery about this because I feel like that wall's gonna come back out and try to crush me. Ooh, health potion... Wait, hold on, no. One more to go. This is kind of creepy in an ominous fashion. Now, I'm probably going to have this released in October. It's a horror type of game. It just makes sense. Oh, that's cheap. I can't turn around and see around corners like that. How dare you take my health after I've just filled it up. It didn't take very much. It's not a big deal. Okay, so Is the lever in here? But there's a lift in here. Is that gonna take me back up to where I was? Yeah, I don't want to be up here. I don't want to be up here. Please take me back. Do I have to step off the lift and then back on it? Yeah, I do. Nope, I don't. It doesn't work that way. Okay, wait. Let me try again. So I guess that was the only lever in that area that was worth pulling. Okay, fine. Let's go. Oh, but are they gonna? That's the other lever right there, probably. Okay, hold on. Let's see. So how am I gonna get back down there without hurting myself? Well, that's a good question. From the side, it kind of looks like the clump of pixels on his head. Okay. Ooh, I guessed right. Okay, all right, here we go. Just don't fall off the side, please. You're doing it really good. No one has ever done this better, except for all the people. Okay. So now, I bet you I gotta go. You can't, there's no run. Oh, there we go. Okay. Still don't put, okay. So, side note, still don't put platforming in your tank control game, but we do now know how to run. So I'm going to, okay. This is stressful. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, no. You son of a, okay. That feels just like I remember. I don't think I did it in this game, but Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was one I was real bad about doing. And I do not currently, oddly enough, I have Tomb Raider for the Sega Saturn instead of the PlayStation. Although I do have the classic, the trilogy for PS3. I don't know, something about that. Just having all the trilogies on a newer console made it more convenient. Because I mean, it's really hard to. I guess it's not too hard for me anymore. But at the time, it was really. I didn't have all this. I didn't have all the fancy setup, so I had to find each one individually and collect it on the correct. Lose 20 health every time I do that too, on the correct console. Now I guess it's not that big of a deal. But back when I was originally collecting, I did not have all of this cool stuff. So that's why I have it on the PlayStation 3, the new console. You know. Every time I do it, it seems like I contradict what I'm saying, where I'm like, oh, the old stuff was awesome. By the way, I got the old stuff on a new console. But it's not because of that. I mean, like, there were legitimate life circumstances that led to me having to do it this way. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I should be able to... Okay, that is a scary jump. This one sucks more. Okay, hold on. Let's... I think we can do it. Ooh, you just barely. Oh. If that's all that did, I'm gonna be pissed off. Okay. Camera's really bad. 2 fireball scrolls? Well, that's just dandy. Is this a lift though now? Can I just use it to go down? Nope. I can do it the old-fashioned way here and jump. So here we go. Oh, I hit the wrong button. We'll just take the damage. Okay. So good news is I got 2 scrolls of fireball. Bad news is they cost me like 70 alive. Wait. Well. Okay. This is okay, so what, I can't go back up there, I think. Maybe? Hold on, wait. Is there a lever? There's an up arrow. Okay. So then, is this still needs a lever though? This is opened elsewhere. Okay. So it still needs another lever. I still need another lever to get this. Okay, so I'll pull this one again. I said one left, so that's what I was assuming it meant. But I had the silver key. I just wanted to see if maybe that was what was going on. Let's see. Do I want to save my game? I probably should have done this before. Now I'm back where I started, basically. I'm actually 5 health worse. But yes, I would like to save my game. Thank you. Oh yeah, you see it checking memory card. That you used to have memory cards that had to go in the consoles. I mean, yeah, you had in the case of the Xbox, it went in the controller, but the PlayStation and Sega Saturn and all that, they went in the consoles. Very, very cool concept for the time because otherwise your saves were always on the cartridge, and that was okay to a degree. But what happened if your cartridge either because not every cartridge saved things, and then if they did, what happened if it ran out of battery and a whole bunch of other junk? Those were problems people weren't thinking about back then, I can tell you that. I didn't even know cartridges had batteries back then. I didn't know that they have a watch battery. And I certainly didn't know, because if I had, I'd probably have been a lot more happy about or a lot more at least understanding about some of my lost and saved games. Cool news is that they are very relevant watch batteries that still are sold pretty well everywhere today. You can get them from Walmart. You're good for another 10 years. Other good news is a lot of my games, they're 32 watch batteries. I don't know how I did that. And several of my game cartridges, which are the original cartridges from the time frame, which have never had a battery swap, mind you, are still fully 100% completely functional. He kind of has a Sylvester Stallone. I just noticed that. He just has a Sylvester. Let me see if I can show him. He has a Sylvester Stallone look on his face. Gonna fight with a sword. Okay, that's just the. All I had to do is kind of groan into the microphone a little bit, and you guys knew what I was talking about. See, I love Sylvester Stallone, by the way. Don't hate me. But anyway, the cartridges, still original cartridges. I lost 2 health for that. Still original cartridges. The batteries still work, and they're the original batteries. So that tells you how cool of an idea that was, but still finite. And so then now you have the memory card, and the memory card drew power from the console, I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, I believe they drew power from the console, which was a cool concept. And then I still like that idea. I know we're doing it all now like cloud-based, where I can be like, oh, I'll log into your profile. Or I'll log into my profile, on your console. But like back then, it was just kind of cool because you had, it's not any more inconvenient. You just carried your memory card in your pocket. And then if somebody else was like, oh yeah, I've got that game as well, you were like, oh, okay, cool. Can I bring my memory card over because we can play from my save game because I've gotten to level X, right? And then they would be like, oh yeah, that's freaking awesome. Let's try again. I think I'm doing something wrong, but I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, so I would be, hey, can I take my memory card to you? And then they were, I just pop it into their console. We knew they fit because it's only one for the console. What is that up there? Is that a sheep? What is that? Well, let's try to figure it out, I guess. Can I climb up? Can I climb up this? Probably. Yeah, okay. What is that? Is that a goat? Is that Satan? Oh, it's a war pig. Oh, they got too literal with it. Junk. Come on. I don't know what a war pig does, but pretty sure it doesn't make a difference. Okay. Alright, so I guess I go in here now? Wait, is this where I came from? Let's see, we have to look for the skeleton, right? No, it's not where I came from, so. But I think this is that room. I think I've been in this room. Ooh, I see the lever up there at the top. See it? See that arrow? That's where it is. Alright. Well, Oh, wait, no, I have been here. Okay, so where did I go? Alright, well. Anyway, point being, I could take the card, anybody's house. They had a PlayStation 1. Play the game from where I left off. I am seriously trying to figure out where in the world. That's where I came from. I did that one. So, what do I do? Can I use the war pig? It didn't look like it. Sword. Unarmed. No. Thank you. Chalk. Chalk. Oh, so that's me drawing those. War pig. Alright. Fly. I don't know what that accomplished. Not quite sure. Huh. Well, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Well, anyway, I think that's enough for the first kind of taste at this. Wait, is that my pig? You betrayed me. That was my pig. I think that's enough for the first kind of taste of this game. This is DeathTrap Dungeon by IDOS. As I said, it's probably going to be an episode for Halloween. I apologize, I didn't make a lot of progress, but the point was just to kind of showcase, a different game, a new kind of game, something that you may not have played before, and I do enjoy doing that with retro. As always, if this is something that looks like it might be interesting to you, I've put a link down below. If you did happen to pick up this game as a result of this video, become aware of it, or have experiences from, prior experience with this game, please feel free to leave a comment below letting me know. Otherwise, coming up next, more spook-themed video gaming.